Greetings everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about Taeyeon's mini album / EP from 2019 called Something New. Now, in case you don't know, if you're new to my channel, I have recently been reacting to her album. I've reacted to every song on the album on a weekly basis. Other than Something New, which is a video I watched like months back. But I just got around to listening to the album. I gave my individual thoughts on each song as I reacted to them. And now I'm going to wrap it all up with a nice review. And then next week, you'll see a new album. And it'll continue that on a weekly basis as well. So that's just how it's going to go. The review, little wrap up. Some of you ride or die hardcore fans might remember that I did a review way back when of Taeyeon's My Voice album. And I had some fun with it. It was a little wacky, zany, you know me, awkward. I was holding the microphone. I'm just doing that for old time's sake. Maybe not optimal for audio. If I get real close, it's going to be real loud. Very weird. I'm not used to doing videos like this. But it's not a scripted review. I'm really most of the time talking off the cuff. But I did take some notes to guide me along the way, if I so choose to use them. So all in all, I think the album was not super impressive, and you know that if you watched my reactions along the way. I wasn't super blown away, and I think ultimately comes down to we have a subdued Taeyeon, an untapped potential Taeyeon that just maybe if you don't know her from before, you'd be more impressed with the album. But at the same time, I don't think this is a good starter album either for someone to get into Taeyeon. They wouldn't be very impressed. Whereas if you give them an album like My Voice, which was so outstanding. I know it's a full album, this is an EP, but the point is still there to where this is clearly not her greatest work, this album, this EP, that, there could have been more there, and that's the problem with it, is I know Taeyeon's voice, I know how much I love Taeyeon, and it was great getting to hear her voice in new ways, but at the same time, there's more there, like she could really be bringing more, and even not only in terms of vocal power or vocal flexibility, but in terms of stylistic presence, creativity in the songs, structures themselves. Like My Voice, there was some where she was laid back similarly to this album, but the difference was that she had some creative stuff there and it was still enjoyable, and you had plenty of other bigger songs in the album to pad it out. This one, however, were all laid back. They were all chill songs. So, real quick, I want to talk about each of the songs, some of the things about them. Overall, Something New, the first track, establishes the more laid back tone of the EP, but nothing super stand out. I liked the chorus a little bit. I liked the breakdown moment. Like, here's the breakdown. That was a cool moment. And she has some nice parts there. The video definitely did wonders for the song. So, get some bonus points there as being the one video song she did for this EP. But all in all, nothing outstanding. And that's kind of the problem I see with most of the songs on this EP. All Night Long, I really liked some of the things she did here. And like, if she did more of this throughout the EP, it would have been more, I could have seen some more things like where I liked from it. I could have seen myself liking it more, the inflection of her, where she goes all night long. I love that. I really do. I think it's really adds a lot. It's probably understated. I don't know what people say about this album, but I think it's probably understated. That's so nice. Like, Taeyeon has some nice inflection moments in this EP. I'll say that much. Where it's like the emphasis on these words in such a way where it's like all night long, some language I don't know, but just like it really gets you into it, and it keeps a nice rhythm to the song and a little bit of the chorus to get used or get looking forward to. Just, I like that. And if she did more of that, the climax of the song, I will say, I really did like, and I think they still could have gone further than that. But in comparison to the rest of the EP, I think this stands out. The climax of this. So yeah, like not full potential Taeyeon, but definitely more along the lines of what I'd like to see from her. So I appreciated that from the song. Otherwise, the song's pretty chill and repetitive in some ways, which I found in some of the songs in general. Bottom X3. The repetitiveness is especially prevalent in this one for me. Like, it just seems super repetitive. It has more of a fun jam style tone to it than the rest of the EP, which I think sets it apart a bit, but at the same time, the instrumental doesn't do much for me. It just seems very generic instrumentally. And there's not a single standout moment. I think it stays the same throughout the whole song, and there's not even a climax moment that I remember when I listened back to it for this review. There wasn't really a part I could point to. One Day is interesting because I kind of like the slow jam feel of it. I was like, all right, this is more stylistically unique than some of the others, but again, there wasn't anything stand out from the song itself. It was just kind of the overall vibe. It was like, all right, this is kind of cool vibe. I really liked the rhythm of the inflection again with her voice, where she's like, one day I will, just wait until. That's really good. One day I will. That's so nice, and it sounded so great from her. It suits her voice really nicely. If you can take a song like that and just add a super great, powerful moment from her, I want to hear her belting out. Taeyeon's voice is so good. I think it's more than just these inflection moments. Like, if you combine the two, you have a recipe for success. But again, nothing too special otherwise. Circus, finally, is probably my favorite song on the album. It's probably between that and One Day. I don't know. I think the problem is there aren't really standout songs on this EP. There aren't ones that I really point to as like, that's definitely my favorite. It's like, okay, this one might nudge it out. Circus seems more self-aware as a song, as weird as it is to say. It's got like a nice swelling pace to it, and like it knows the pace, because there's even like a nice build-up moment, which is pretty unique to this EP. The piano incorporation was really nice. I think it complemented the song nicely, and like I said in the reaction, it breaks it up, the pace nicely, and mixes it up. Doesn't keep it the same the whole time, which is the problem I generally have with the album EP. I'm just going to keep switching the word. So overall, I think maybe the best put together song is a whole package. Maybe. I'm tempted to even say that the Something New instrumental is the best track on this EP. As sad as that sounds, I think the instrumental is pretty cool on that one, and it doesn't suffer from not fulfilling Taeyeon's potential because Taeyeon's not present. So, as savage as that might be my favorite track. Actually, it's the Something New instrumental, which I ironically didn't react to because I'm like, it's an instrumental. What can you talk? Overall, we have a subdued Taeyeon. We have untapped potential Taeyeon, and we have a pretty unfulfilling overall package as an EP. I don't think this is it. I hope this isn't the direction she's going. Hopefully when we see a new full Taeyeon album, we have something more there, and it's not more of the same. I really hope like this is not the direction she's going. I'd love for her to go back to a couple years ago, that kind of Taeyeon. Like, as a solo artist at the very least, give me that. And I'm lucky I still have the original I album to react to at some point in the future. I still have a couple albums left from her, so more to enjoy from her olden days. But yeah, I'll be on the lookout for her new stuff for sure. That's gonna be it for my review. I think that pretty much sums it up. Thank you for anyone who joined me along in this little journey we had. Sure, there will be plenty more Taeyeon to come in the future, and I love you. I love Taeyeon. Let me know what you thought of the album for sure. I'd love to actually hear your thoughts. Super curious on what you think, if you agree or disagree with my hot takes.